Next, we move to database administration. What is a database administration? A database administrator, DBA, is a specialized computer systems administrator who maintains a successful database environment by directing or performing all related activities to keep the data secure. The top responsibility of a DBA professional is to maintain data integrity. Database administration is more of an operational or technical level function responsible for physical database design, security enforcement, and database performance. Tasks include maintaining the data dictionary, monitoring performance, and enforcing organizational standards and security. Functions of database administrator. 1. Database planning. Why is database planning a vital function of a database administrator? Effective database planning means that your software is capable of managing and consolidating all the data generated and relied upon your business. A good database plan will allow your organization to develop a clear structure for the way in which data is stored and managed by every person or application using it. It also identifies the methodology to be used in making the database system itself. This process will also help identify a base for future needs and could provide the framework for both an immediate and long-term growth strategy. Our goal is to optimize the performance of the database by determining the exact amount and type of information required. Planning databases in this way will also identify any necessity for default values and constraints on the data being stored, as well as the potential relationships between certain areas of the database. 2. Database design. Database design is the organization of data according to a database model. The designer determines what data must be stored and how the data elements interrelate. With this information, they can begin to fit the data to the database model. Database administrator is responsible for the logical schema and external model design, subschemas, the physical design, construction, and for designing integrity controls. The logical schema is concerned with exploiting the data structures offered by a DBMS in order to make the scheme understandable to a computer. The physical schema, on the other hand, deals with the manner in which the conceptual database shall get represented in the computer as a stored database. 3. Database implementation. It is the phase wherein database administrator establishes security controls, supervise database loading, specify test procedures, develop programming standards, and establish backup or recovery procedures. 4. Operation and maintenance. In this phase, the database administrator monitors the database performance, tunes and recognizes database as needed, and enforce standards and procedures to make sure that the objectives are achieved. 5. Change and growth. This is not the last phase because it is a continuous process. Change and growth aims to implement change control procedures and evaluate new technologies that will help the business grow as well. Data dictionary. A set of information describing the contents, format, and structure of a database and the relationship between its elements, used to control access to and manipulation of the database. A physical database is a refinement of the logical database design. In this phase, you examine how the user will access the database and refine the database design by answering questions like, What data will I commonly use? Which columns in the table should I index based on data access? Where should I build in flexibility and allow for growth? Data structures are the bricks and mortar of the database. It allows records to be located, stored, retrieved, and enables movement from one record to another. Data organization, in broad terms, refers to the method of classifying and organizing the datasets to make them more useful. Some IT experts apply this primarily to physical records, although some types of data organization can also be applied to digital records. Data access methods are used to process queries and access data. In general, the query engine has two kinds of raw material with which to satisfy a query request. The database objects that contain the data to be queried, and lastly, the executable instructions of operations to retrieve and transform the data into usable information.